everybody. I hope you're all doing well. It's so great to have you here. For those of you that are new, I'm Natalie. And for those of you that are coming back, welcome. It is wonderful to have you here. I'm so excited because today I have been recording all of the videos for my new up and coming workshop, which I'm hoping is going to be released by the beginning of July. Which is all about how we radiate confidence, becoming extremely magnetic and extremely desirable to anyone we want. I have got so much incredible content coming in that. So stay tuned for the launch of that. And also today, it's a bit of a scorcher. I'm surprised I haven't melted yet. So a bit of a scorcher in the UK, which we're loving. But that isn't what I want to talk to you about today. What I want to talk to you about today is this. And obviously you're watching this video because this is happening to you right now. They're ignoring you. They're not responding to you. They are ghosting you. They have pulled back their energy from you. They are not as consistent as they were with you. Or maybe they're bringing excuses to you about why they can't be in contact with you very much, not being prioritized or chosen. All of this is what I'm going to be talking to you about. Because when we're in a place of feeling like we're being ignored, ghosted, not chosen, not prioritized, or their energy is pulling back, all of this comes down to one thing only, and that is a story that you are holding on to about yourself. So stay tuned, because we're going to go into that and deep dive into that so we can revise that story. So if you are new, welcome. If you are coming back, it's lovely to have you here too. I'm Natalie. I'm a neurotransformation therapy practitioner and a manifestation coach. And my channel, As the Pennies Drop, is all about creating a life that you love, deserve, and desire. I offer a variety of coaching solutions, programs where we deep dive into those limiting beliefs, those traumas that you're holding on to get you out of this stuckness that is keeping you feeling like you're trapped in a life that you no longer want to have, self-study workshops, masterclasses, and so much more. So if you'd like to find out more about that, I do have a free Facebook group. I don't mention it very often, but it's a free Facebook group. So if you want to take your questions and get them answered more, then take it to the Facebook group. Because I don't always have time to respond to all of the detailed questions that I'm receiving. I just don't have the capacity, I'm afraid, to be able to do that anymore. So I have a free Facebook group. The links are below this video. And also, if you haven't already done so, then please do click that join button to join my membership to become a badass manifester. And if you go to the join button, click on that, it will show you exactly what it is that you get, the extra benefits that you get for being a part of that beautiful, all-inclusive Home from Home community too. Okay, so let's get into this. Feeling ignored, feeling like you're being ghosted, feeling like their energy is pulling back. That's a horrible one. Feeling like the consistency that you had is now tapering. And they're not prioritizing you, or they're telling you that they're too busy at the moment, or they can't be with you for whatever reason, or just now they just need to have some me time, whatever it is. All of this not being prioritized and chosen and shown up for, and feeling them pulling away from you, is all based around how you are currently feeling about yourself. Maybe this is a story that you've always held on to. And before I go into a bit more of that, I want to say there is obviously going to be some bloody good news here, because I wouldn't do a video without good news. What we create, we can recreate. So just hold on to that. And we're going to get into the recreation bit in a moment. So I don't want to kind of drag out the negatives of this video, but the fact is, if we have a pattern of belief that we're somebody that gets ignored, if we have a pattern of belief that we're somebody that gets abandoned, that gets left, that isn't wanted, or that people show up and then they leave, it's too good to be true, somebody that isn't prioritized, or not for a very long time, or long-lasting relationships don't work for you, or they always choose somebody else, you're never the number one choice. You're the one that they ignore, you're the one that always gets ignored, you're the one that gets ghosted. It's always good to start with, and then it goes wrong. all of this is coming down to a story and a belief about you. So if you're seeing some of that, of feeling ignored and ghosted and all of what I've just said as a pattern, it's the pattern that we want to break and recreate. So what I would suggest you do, and I know I say this in a lot of my videos, but it really is fundamental to knowing what exactly is going on in here. So it's putting pen to paper. What is it that you truly feel about yourself? And what is it you truly feel about yourself and being loved, being in a relationship, being chosen, being wanted, being shown up for, being committed to in a healthy relationship? What are your true dominant beliefs? So I would definitely suggest either pausing this video or go to the end, and then obviously you can come back to this video whenever you want. Understand exactly what is your story. What is your story? You know, I used to have a story of not being wanted or chosen. I've had to really, really work on that, of being somebody that is chosen, that is wanted, that is shown up for, that is supported, that people do have their back for, and all of that stuff. So I don't feel what I used to feel, which was everything I've basically just mentioned, the opposite of what I've just said, you know, the negatives. So when we understand exactly what it is that's going on in here, what we're holding on to, we can then change that story around. And no, it's not going to happen overnight. And yes, there are going to be some negative thoughts that come in, and you're not the only one that experiences that. And yes, it can be a bit difficult at times. And yes, you can experience some wobbles. But the more you persist in the new thoughts of what it is that you do want and what you do want to experience, the more you will see that reflecting in how you're shifting your inner vibration, and you'll see that eventually out there. So know that there will be negative thoughts that come up still as you're working through the process of changing that story to align to the story of you being shown up for, gone all in with, then pursuing you, coming to you effortlessly, like love comes to you and stays. Like relationships always work out for you, that you are somebody that can be committed to in a loving, long-lasting relationship, that, you know, you're somebody that is constantly in communication with your person, they can't get enough of you, that they're all in with you, that they're the only ones that have eyes for you. You know, you're that special, you're that unique. So you want to change the story from the old, where you're currently experiencing being ignored, ghosted, not shown up for, not gone all in with, then pulling their energy back, giving some bullshit excuses as to why they can't do X, Y, Z, whatever it is. Now, maybe sometimes it isn't always an excuse, but the fact is you've created this pattern within somebody to have a circumstance. So again, it's coming away from the circumstance. Circumstances do not matter. It doesn't matter what the circumstance is. It doesn't matter. So pen and paper, list down exactly what you truly feel about yourself and or in relationships as well, and what you expect. And again, I will tag a video here. There's a video that I did recently about the law of expectancy, because what you expect, whether you consciously are aware of it or unconsciously aware of it, what you expect is what will manifest into your reality. So if you expect to be ignored, if you expect to be ghosted, if you expect that circumstances are coming where you're not chosen, if you expect to be the second choice, if you expect to be dumped, if you expect to be left, if you expect them to pull their energy back, if you expect, and that's your dominant belief, and that's your frequency, your vibration, that is going to be what happens. That is going to be what you experience in your outer world, in your outer reality. So that's why we want to change the expectancy. I want to change the expectancy to a more positive expectancy. You know, I expect to always be shown up for. I expect to always be chosen. I expect to always be the number one choice. Of course I am. Of course I'm going to be the one that gets chosen. Of course I'm the number one choice. Of course they can't get enough of me. Of course they're constantly pursuing me. Of course, I'm the one that is, you know, wanted. Of course, I'm extremely unforgettable, which is why they're constantly messaging me. Of course, they keep coming towards me. Of course, I'm in a long-lasting, loving relationship. Of course, I'm effortlessly committed to. Of course, I'm easily lovable. Of course, I'm always the one that is chosen. You see, we want to be changing that to that become the new expectancy. And that will be then what reflects in your outer reality. So all we're doing here is we're looking at kind of what is currently, and recognizing that, yes, that's a pattern, and it's not a pattern that we want to keep. So we want to change it. And you have the power, because you are the operant power. You have the power within to change it. We create from within. So your inner world is the place of creation, which will then, when done dominantly, will be what reflects outside of you too, you see. And it just takes a bit of time. And also another thing I want to say here is that You can be doing the inner work, and you may not see anything. You may not feel like anything is changing out there, but as long as you're feeling it in here, that's what matters. You may still see out there old beliefs of them still pulling away, of them still ignoring you, of them still ghosting you. But all you have to do is keep going within. And the more you go within and the more you focus on the story of what it is that you're wanting, that will then become your dominant reality. And you will then therefore see that reflected in time in your outer reality of them coming to you. Of course, they always come to you. Of course, they're always the one that sends the first message every morning. Of course, they can't get enough of you. Of course, they love being with you. Of course, they love going on vacation with you. Of course, they want to commit to you. Of course, they're ready to commit to you. Why wouldn't they be? They don't want to lose you because you're that special. You're that amazing. You're that, you're the one in a million that they've been waiting for. They've manifested you. Why the hell would they want to let you go? You're incredible. You're amazing. So you want to be obviously encompassing the letting go of the old story, and with the new story, self-concept, your mental diet about yourself. You see, and when you're saying that you're somebody that's always shown up for, gone all in with, chosen, spoiled, prioritized, committed to, effortlessly loved and adored, always the number one choice, that is also you elevating on the pedestal, on your own pedestal, seeing yourself as the prize you see. And that is exactly what it is we want to do. We want to get you to see yourself as a prize. Well, so it actually becomes like second nature. Of course they want me. Why wouldn't they want me? I actually said, I said in a video I did this, I think it was last year, I was like, haven't you seen me? But it is a bit like that. You've got to big yourself up. And you do that by repetition, practice. And yes, those old negative thoughts will be there for a bit. They will. But the more you go in and gently start to embed your subconscious mind with these new beautiful beliefs of being the one that is chosen, that is shown up for, that is gone all in with, that is wanted, that is a rare diamond, that is one in a million, that's all they've ever wanted. When you tell the story of being chosen, that people are constantly, you're the one that's constantly in demand and sought after, that people are always showing up for you. They're always responding to you in a timely manner. They're constantly pursuing you. They're constantly coming to you because they don't want to let you go for fear of losing you. When you tell that story more dominantly, you will never be the person again that gets ignored. You'll never be the person again that gets ghosted. You'll never be the person again that feels like they could never be chosen. You will be in the driving seat of your life. And let me tell you something. If you do this, you will see not just yourself elevate and radiate with confidence and magnetism, becoming really desirable. Your outer reality will transform in so many different areas. And yeah, there you go. So that is how you do it. It's very simple, but the skill is to practice. That's all I did, is I practiced and practiced and practiced, and I kept going and kept going and kept going. And this is why I still do a daily self-love practice every single day. So if you want to find out more about my self-love workshop, if you want to find out more about becoming chosen, prioritized, masterclass, if you want to get time with me to discuss this further, to see if you need one of the bigger programs that I offer, or maybe you want to hold off until I've actually published the Radiate Confidence and Become Irresistibly Magnetic and Extremely Desirable to Anyone You Want workshop. And that's a self-study workshop with incredibly beautiful and just beautiful meditations and beautiful exercises for you to follow. And God knows how many hours, I haven't counted yet, worth of me talking and guiding you. So yeah, maybe you might want to wait for that. But whatever it is, click the links below the video to find out more about my services. And like I said, if you do have any comments about this video, that's great. If you have any questions, why don't you take the questions over to my Facebook group? It is free, and there's a beautiful community in there that will be more than happy to support you and to help you with your questions. Because like I said, I can't get to everybody's questions anymore, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. I will do my best, and I do my best to answer all of your comments and to say thank you for your beautiful, kind, loving, thoughtful, respectful comments. So that's it for me, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back very, very soon.